with a three for the lead. It's back to Steph. What a shot by Steph Curry.
Trying to collect, does. Curry, another drop. Got that one. What a dish. And the finish. So pretty. Oh, what a block from Ezeli. Here's Barnes on the drive, throwing it down with authority. The lob to the rim, and the throwdown. The Warriors are a win away from history, 14-0.
The 14-0 Golden State Warriors at the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. The road show coming to Denver as the Warriors getting set to take on the Denver Nuggets. Steph Curry and the Warriors playing for a little bit of history tonight. Only the 48-49 Washington Capitals of Red Auerbach and the 93-94 Houston Rockets of Hakeem Olajuwon opened a season 15-0 to start the season. Welcome to Denver. I'm Mark Kestisher with Hall of Famer Hubie Brown. This Golden State Warriors team, title defense, but this is a team through and through.
Well, they're functioning on all cylinders. There's no doubt about it. When you look at this list, they are number one in a ton of categories. The 114 points, field goal percentage, and 3 points off the chart. But the key here is the assists and the fast break. And then the number one scoring margin by 14.5 points. The best in the history of the league at championship time has only been 12.2.
Well, he's been awesome, and Stowe has Steph Curry, the MVP, following up that season with an even better start so far.
Well, you like what he's doing mainly because he's not forcing anything. You can see the points. He's getting the points. He's shooting 51% with the points and then also 44% in threes at the line 94. You say, why is that a big deal? He only takes 21 shots and he attempts 11 threes.
Third member of our crew, J.A. Adande, is with us. He's with another outstanding Warrior, Draymond Green.
Draymond, as the victories have mounted up, how much motivation has this team gained and tried to seek after an opportunity to put your guys in the record books?
I mean, that's definitely motivation now. I think early on it was just like whatever, but, with it being such a attainable goal with one game away from it, that's something that we definitely spoke about and wanted to do.
When you're in the lineup at center, you guys have outscored opponents by 68 points this season. What makes that unit work?
I mean, we scramble around, we get out the people on the defensive end, and once we get the rebound, we push the tempo. And it's hard for teams to keep up, especially if they keep their traditional lineup in.
Thanks for dropping by, Draymond.
Thank you.
Let's go back to you, Mark.
All right, J.A. Steph Curry and the Warriors getting set. See if they can make a little history tonight. We'll have it coming up. Golden State in Denver. First back to SportsCenter. Welcome to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm. The Golden State Warriors off to a 14-0 start to this season on the road at Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado, getting set to take on the Denver Nuggets. Along with Hubie Brown, I'm Mark Kestisher. The Warriors come in looking to tie two teams who have opened 15-0 on the season. The Washington Capitals back in 1948, the Houston Rockets in 1993, and the Golden State Warriors going to start it as they always do. The same starting five led by Steph Curry, who's averaging over 33 points per game, 44% from three-point range. This is the number one scoring team in the NBA as they were a year ago. And the Denver Nuggets, who opened the year 5-4 at 6-7, coming in a rookie point guard, Emmanuel Mudiay. No Kenneth Faried tonight. He's out with an ankle injury, and Darrell Arthur's going to make his first start of the season. Well, Steph Curry and the Warriors getting set. This is not, Hubie, a drag on them. In fact, they are embracing this attempt at history. After the win over the Clippers, they said, you know what? Let's go after this.
Well, they should, and mainly because it's a great team effort. Everyone is functioning in their position, which they're designated, and that is they play 10 people. And then this first group, we all know, can play fast, they can play pick and roll, they shoot the three ball so well.
Warriors winning the opening tip. A lot of blue and gold in the building tonight here in Denver as Bogut scoring on his first attempt.
Now they did that, they trapped Curry, they forced the pass, and then they picked up Bogut, but Bogut just shot up over the top of his man.
Denver Nugget team opened 5-4. They have dropped 3 of their last 4. Moutier being guarded by Klay Thompson. That's a cross match that'll actually work both ways here so far tonight. They're not going to put Moutier on Curry. Late shot clock 3. Gallinari hits.
Well, Gallinari is an excellent three-point shooter. He's shooting it at 39%. Ever since he's come into the league from Italy as a young player, he could make the three.
Good to see Danilo Gallinari almost back, maybe right back to where he was before his knee injury. There's Klay Thompson.
The big thing right now with Golden State, anytime that you trap them, they'll make the 2 passes. First pass to make you rotate, then the second pass to a free man.
Hubie, what's scary about this Golden State team is as good as they were last year, winning the 67 games and the championship, they're even better this year, looking even more crisper with their decision making.
Well, as the old story goes, last year 4 of the 5 starters, played, and they didn't miss, 8 games between them. And you just have to say to yourself, look, this is a team that can function, and even if they miss a guy, they are 12 deep with experienced performers at playoff time.
Finals MVP comes off the bench, and Andre Iguodala. Steph Curry hit his first 2. We've seen not just a three-point shooter, will take it to the rim as well as he scored in his last attempt. Late shot clock again for Denver. Here's the rookie Moutier, and it tipped away by Thompson. Just got off the shot, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
Well, Curry, we all know, we told you earlier, he's scoring 33 points, but he's shooting 51% from the floor. Now, he'll take it to the rim. He's getting to the line 7 times. But the big thing, we all know he makes the 3-ball. Of his 21 shots that he attempts every night, 11 are from 3-point range.
So that graphic, 471 points, and Curry can also dish it too. How about that, a 30-foot lob at the rim?
It's interesting because he's not averaging 6 assists a game this year. Now, that's okay, though, because Green is up in the top 5 in assists. And that's really out of the ordinary for a power forward to be just shy of 7.
Draymond Green having an outstanding all-around season. This is another NBA rookie, Jokic from Serbia, missing that time. Nikola Jokic, 6'10" Serbian. They really like his game in his first year here in Denver.
Well, if you haven't seen Golden State, you can see they play defense and they play it hard. They're right up in the face of Denver, and they're going to force them into a lot of bad shots.
Thompson trying to break down Gallinari, and Green's also got the three-pointer in his arsenal, and he just showed it right there.
Well, they have a number of people who shoot 40%, and he is one of the group. He shoots it at 43, 44%.
7 straight points ended right there as Gary Harris, the second-year guard out of Michigan State, dunks.
So you have to go at them. You have to wear them down because we all know they play in spurts. They'll have lulls during the game.
That's almost the indefensible there. Curry off the screen, falling away, and you almost expect that one to go in.
Nice cut.
Backdoor, and Harris has back-to-back baskets at the rim.
Well, you see there, he caught Curry because Curry is one of the top leaders in steals. If that time he faked coming out and he ran a baseline cut.
There's Curry, quick catch and shoot, missed 2 in a row. Kind of pumped his fist in disdain as he heads back down court.
Now keep an eye on this replay by Denver. You're going to see it on the left side of the floor. There's your backdoor move. See, Curry was attempting to possibly come for the steal or play the passing lane.
Gary Harris now cutting away in the white number 14 jersey. We told you second year, he's having an outstanding last 3 games as Harrison Barnes fouling Danilo Gallinari.
Well, when you play them, a player like Gallinari, who's your leading scorer, he gets you 18 a game, and he's an outstanding foul shooter. The big thing is you must go to the rim and go strong, because you catch them in rotations and you catch them in mismatches. You must make them pay when you have a mismatch.
And Danilo Gallinari, of course, came to Denver in the Carmelo Anthony trade back in 2011. Remember, he missed basically 2 years, over a year. Bad knee injury, had 3 procedures done, and it's taken him 2 years to get back. Career numbers so far in the early part of the season. Well, after that 7-0 Golden State spurt, we got 6 straight points for the Denver Nuggets, who tied the game. Green loading another 3. Golden State a little cold to their standards from 3 of late.
Well, the main thing is Golden State not only is a great shooting team, but they're an excellent offensive rebounding team. They'll pound the glass. So if you can hold them to one shot, you can dictate tempo at the other end.
Thompson trying to get around the Bogut screen.
Nice pass.
Barnes active at the basket.
See, that time they picked up the roll man on the baseline, and that opened up the left corner. That man, Barnes, just came right to the front of the rim.
Golden State looking good inside the three-point line as Darrell Arthur hits. The Warriors actually have hit their last 4 two-point shots. 1 for 5 from 3.
Well, Arthur, we know he can score the basketball. Every team that he's been with, he's a solid off-the-bench guy, and he can score the ball in the post area.
And he has not gotten a lot of time this year. He's making his first start. A lot of injuries for this Denver team. We told you that Kenneth Faried is not playing tonight. They are also missing Jeffrey Laverne, the outstanding tall French player. Yusuf Nurkic, who really showed himself favorably last year at the All-Star game, at the rookie-sophomore game, also down due to injury.
Well, then also the leading scorer here is Chandler.
Right.
But we're talking about 3 potential starters, and then if you say Faried, that's 4 guys that would be starting for you tonight if you had your entire team intact.
And there's Mike Malone in his first year as the head coach in Denver. Previously head coach in Sacramento, and of course was an assistant coach with these Golden State Warriors under Mark Jackson.
See, you had the layup there. You can't miss the layups. You have to punish them every time you get an easy shot.
Curry. Great find for Barnes, couldn't convert. Another opportunity, and a foul called against Denver. Darrell Arthur will pick up the foul.
We in the basketball world, when we want to talk about Golden State, we want to talk about the splashing, the three-point shooting, the great assists, but they move the ball so well, and then when that shot goes up, they are active on the glass.
So it's not just one aspect of it, it's all the different ripples of it. Here's Thompson.
He got hit. He should have been on the line on that.
And Moutier bodied him, no call. The 19-year-old rookie from Dallas, Moutier, trying to get to the rim, and he'll get to the line. Andrew Bogut called for the personal.
Now just stop and think now. We have not played 6 minutes. Denver's had 2 layups. They've missed another layup. This time they go to the basket, they get fouled, get on the line. They can get there, but they have to get into their offense quicker and not let the shot clock get down to 5 seconds.
Is that a function of a rookie point guard? I mean, you have a guy who didn't play in college, went right to China out of high school. That's tough in this league to come in as a rookie starting point guard.
Well, you know, he's getting better every single day. There's no doubt about that. The thing that which you must improve is the shooting, because the shooting is, you know, down in the 33s from the floor, and then at the three-point shooting at 28, and then on the foul line 67. But the thing that he must cut down are the turnovers.
Yeah, only James Harden and Russell Westbrook have more turnovers than Moutier, as Thompson ties the game at 13.
Klay Thompson just plays within the game. He never forces a shot.
Gallinari, 2 big steps in the lane and somehow able to muscle it up and in.
Speaking of forcing a shot, but let's face it, he had the right backspin on it because it just hit that rim and dive.
Thompson cut off. Quick ball movement, lefty hook, and Bogut ties it up.
They have great outside shooting, but they also have people who can score inside with their back to the basket.
Off the Denver turnover, here come the Warriors.
Now when you turn it over, you got to get back.
Thompson stepped on the sideline. So out of bounds, The Warriors tied with Denver, but chasing history tonight, trying to get to 15-0. Harrison Barnes, an early hit at the rim. Same for Bogut. Tie game, first quarter. Tied here early in Denver. This is what's at stake for the Warriors, and Steph Curry embracing a chance to tie or even get this record.
I think this would be a very cool accomplishment for sure to, have your team stand alone. In the history of the NBA, anytime you can do anything in the history that hasn't been done in the history of the NBA, that's special. So we have a special group that's accomplished a lot, obviously, but we're hungry for more, and this is another kind of milestone or a checkpoint to where we're trying to go to the rest of this season.
There goes Steph Curry as the team tries to get to 15-0. And of course, if they can tie the record tonight, they would be back home on Tuesday with a chance to go for the record. But this is a Denver team that's already seen them in the preseason, saw them a couple of weeks ago. Golden State won by 15. Out of bounds, it'll go to... Meanwhile, for Curry, he's been one of the main reasons they've been on this streak.
Well, anytime that you have somebody scoring 33 points a game, shooting right at 52%, 44 in threes and 93 on the line, I would hope so. But the fact is that he's so unselfish along with it.
Look at Klay Thompson that time, the feed for Bogut. Everybody feeding at the rim.
Well, if you notice, they've had 3 backdoor moves here.
And a turnover by Denver.
Well, once again, you cannot leave the designated guy getting the ball in bounds. Now, you're going to see it here right now. They take the rotation. You cannot leave him. If you leave a man going to the front of the rim, that's the old story. Create the passing lane.
Denver turned it over off the inbound, and Golden State trying to make him pay, but they cannot. I like what you said about Klay Thompson. He's really committed to the team thing. His numbers are down a little bit this year. He doesn't care. He just wants to be a part of the team and to make everything else fit.
Well, I like the fact that at the start of the game they had Klay Thompson on Moutier because they wanted to have Curry just laying off. But then what happened? Gary Harris made 2 field goals, and now they're right back. They've switched back.
And running. And Curry fighting an open corner 3. Timeout quickly called by Mike Malone. He saw that one coming because they got a good shot on the other end, but did not get back.
Well, we talk about everything, but they are also #1 in the league in fast break points.
Back in Denver, 14-0 Warriors, 7-0 run led by Steph Curry getting a 3-ball out of the corner.
Well, we told you he attempts 11 a game. They, as a team, they're #1 in makes. They've made 12 a game, and they attempt 30.
That's 72 3-pointers on that hit. How about that, QB? That's more than the entire Brooklyn Nets, more than the entire Minnesota Timberwolves. High volume.
Well, we know that when you can shoot it, this is 2 years in a row, he's at 44%. People forget, last year he shot 44% also. Now, they're giving him more leeway, plus he's out on the break. They're out on the break a little bit more, but they're dominating that fast break. 22 points again. Next closest team is 16.
It's amazing we were breaking it down on 3-pointers per minute expected at a very rapid pace when Steph Curry's on the floor. He owns the 3-point record for 3-point makes in a season, and he's pretty good defensively as well. Finishing at the rim.
Oh, look, he's always ranked in the top 5 or 6 guys in steals. But see, the switching is causing all the confusion here. If they're going to switch that far out, then you have to fake the screen and cut and go to the basket. See, there's your. He played that perfectly. He knew that the big fella was going to have to hand it off. Played the lane perfectly, cut it off, and gave him no, because he was committed, so he had to throw the ball. But if they're going to continue to switch this far out on the basket, come on, you've got to start changing direction. The man coming to the ball. And also, you can pass that guy up and go to the next man and run a backdoor. But you can't continue to do the same thing. They're too athletic. They switch, they cut it off, and if you post up, they try to front you.
And Steph Curry, as you saw, been able to get 7 points in the early going. As Nikola Jokic at the line after the foul by Festus Ezeli, who's in for Andrew Bogut.
Ezeli's playing extremely well this year. Played 20 games in the playoffs last year and did a great job.
Harris went for the steal. Curry got a real good look at the three.
Now, Harris almost fainted because when he went by him, he saw that ball. He thought it was in, and so did I.
Always seems to be online. Arthur will get to the free throw line.
That was a beautiful pass to Arthur, and I'm surprised that he threw a fadeaway shot, because anytime that you catch that ball down on that defensive circle in the paint, you're 6 feet from the basket. Don't throw a fadeaway. Where your power moves to the rim.
Andre Iguodala with the foul. And let's take a look at the upcoming NBA national TV schedule. Full slate of games across the NBA networks. Tomorrow night, NBA TV will have the Knicks in Miami, and then TNT Tuesday special edition. Watch the Warriors possibly going for their 16th consecutive win to start the season. Would break the record if they get the win here tonight. Boston at Atlanta, Lakers at Golden State on TNT Tuesday. We've been talking Knicks on the way over. I know they're on the NBA TV tomorrow. What a start for the Knicks.
Well, the Knicks are doing a very nice job. They're getting excellent basketball from Porzingis and also a Flower. These two guys are helping Anthony. So if Anthony's having a bad night, they are chipping in and getting you good points. Then their bench with Grant and Callaway up in the backcourt, and along with Thomas up front, Quinn, and Seraphin, they really have an excellent second unit that's making heavy contributions every night.
Knicks already with 8 wins this season, Jimmy.
Right.
They had 8 wins on January 23rd last year.
Hey, how about 5 road wins?
Yeah, big one in Oklahoma City on Friday. Here's Curry feeding Ezeli for the easy jam.
I'll say they continue to catch the 3 front court players from Denver, turning their heads, and then that's the man who goes and moves to get the pass for the dunk. That's the 4th one already, and we're in the first quarter.
Golden State playing really good interior defense, forcing the veteran Jameer Nelson a deep 2 and knocking down the jumper.
Well, they need he and Foy to come in here tonight and shoot the 3 ball and shoot the perimeter game.
What a pass outside, wide open. Iguodala hitting a triple.
Well, Iggy had a sensational playoffs. We know he was MVP, but what he did in those last 3 games was just simply outstanding.
Came off the bench, was a starter since game 4 of the finals. Helped the Warriors to their first championship in 40 years as Danilo Gallinari draws contact and will get to the line.
Just like to say this about Iguodala. You know, he's a very unselfish player, played in Philly for 9 years. He's just a great 3-point shooter. And then also, he's your 3rd best assist guy. But how about in games 4, 5, and 6 in the finals last year? He averaged 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and shot 39 in the 3 ball with the pressure on.
Well, he went back to the role off the bench, accepting that 6-man role once again. And of course, you know, Steve Kerr right now is out, and Luke Walton is the head coach. And I know Luke, who was his college teammate, Iguodala's college teammate, said he feels like he's a security blanket out there. He loves it when Iguodala's on the floor.
Well, see, one thing that Golden State has is they have playmakers. With the second unit, you have Iguodala and Livingston, and with the first unit, you have Curry and you have Green. Very few teams have 2 forwards who are every bit as good as creating and making the pass as they do. They have 2 key guys in Iguodala and then Green.
So versatile, part of the reason they won 67 games in a championship last year and have opened at 14-0, 1 win away from tying the NBA's best record start. Moutier missed the feed from Nelson inside.
Oh, good steal.
Nice job by Nelson reading the passing lane. For Golden State, you know there's plenty of time on that shot clock when it's sitting at 15.
Now, right now, Denver has a small unit out there right now. They can match up. Let's see if they can defend and match up.
Trying to save it in the backcourt. Nope, goes back. Draymond Green.
Denver has come with Hickson at the center position. So that's a good matchup. No matter who they play, whether it's going to be Green at center or Ezeli at center, however they want to match up, it doesn't matter. You can match up with them now. With Gallinari and Hickson, and then also Barton in here, along with Jameer Nelson.
Steph Curry will get a rest here with 91 seconds to go in the first. Leandro Barbosa checking into the lineup. Curry with 7 points, just 3 of 7 from the field. Actually hasn't been as efficient offensively, at least to his standards, in the last couple of games, despite that gaudy average. Kickball, and the shot clock will be at 14.
Kickball stays here.
Curry was 9 for 20 in the win over the Bulls the other night, only 3-11 from 3.
The impressive thing in this first quarter to me has been the defense of Golden State on the road. This is their 3rd game in 4 nights, and you would think they've been off for 3 days. The energy is there. The passing lane coverage is great.
Hickson against Ezeli, who did a nice job getting up in him.
He got hit.
And the other way, ball underneath. Andre Iguodala with the bucket.
I mean, they're wearing out that word layups.
Yeah.
Layups and dunks, they're wearing it out.
Officials have let a lot of contact go so far.
Yes, they have. And unfortunately for Denver, they need that call. They need that call to get to the line and also to slow the game down.
No call there.
Another steal.
Yeah.
Another steal. Here they come.
This is a 4-on-3. Nice job on the steal. Will Barton will throw it down.
I did a game in Oklahoma City, Mike Green and I, last Wednesday night with New Orleans. And we saw 2 NBA players in that same situation go uncontested, nobody within 20 feet, missed the layup.
Remember that Dion Waiters was one of them?
Unbelievable. Missed.
And Eric Gordon the other. Draymond Green, wow. Hits again, can beat you in so many ways.
Remember we told you now, you have 2 forwards who shoot over 44% on threes. That's Green and Iguodala, and they're both in there now with the second group.
Golden State has its biggest lead of the game. Jameer Nelson's pass stolen. Great behind the back by Iguodala in the final seconds of the first. A dunk for Livingston.
Well, they're at their best here tonight. They're playing with such incredible confidence.
A couple seconds left. Gallinari will load up for a long 3 that comes up short. But the Golden State Warriors looking to tie history in a great first 12 minutes.
Well, things all come off of their steals. They play the passing lanes, and then out in the open floor, they are so unselfish. They're always looking for the other lane.
Welcome back to Denver, where despite not the crispest start, the Warriors still have the lead after 1. At this point, is there anything your team does that still surprises you?
No, we had a couple careless turnovers there. You know, we got to play with more energy than we did. We're happy with the lead, but we got to play a lot better.
Andrew Bogut got you off to the start with 8 early points. That's different.
Yeah, it was great to see Bogut be aggressive. We always try to encourage him. He's such a phenomenal passer and playmaker that sometimes he forgets about himself. And we tell him to get selfish, and it was nice to see him shoot the ball today.
Thank you, Luke. Go back to Mark Tessiture and Hubie Brown.
All right, J.A., thanks a lot. What impressed you most about that first quarter, Hubie?
No doubt about it. 13 assists on 15 field goals. Look, they lead the league with 29 assists. In this league, if you get 25 assists a game, that is a ton. They're getting 13 out of 15 field goals.
And we heard J.A. reference Andrew Bogut coming up with 8 early points, part of a lot of points in the paint. As Will Barton gets a little friendly roll there. Golden State 20-8 in the first quarter, points in the paint.
Big thing right now is this group that's out there for Denver. You're quick, you can get to the basket, just shoot a high percentage. That first group that was in there, they missed so many easy opportunities.
Ezeli with the second effort.
When you play small, you have to rebound against a very athletic team, so everybody's got to rebound.
Randy Foye will drop it off to J.J. Hickson. Barton with the ball now. He's been a good find here in Denver. His lead pass, though, a little too far out in front.
Whenever you hit that roll, man, you have to give him a decent pass and understand where he wants the ball. Now, he was open. The pass was a little late. But then also, Golden State's rotation came quickly. And unfortunately for Hickson, he couldn't reach down below his waist to get the pass.
Randy Foye the foul at half court. Golden State will bring it up with a 7-point lead, 14-0 coming in to tonight's matchup. Barnes hitting from the elbow.
Now Barnes is having another terrific season. In the last 2 games, he had back-to-back 20-point nights, and that was against the Clippers and Chicago.
Only the second time in his career going back-to-back 20s.
I'm going to get agita here, okay? I mean, that's a 3. That's got to be a 3. You see, and you can't pull off an upset unless you take advantage of all of the little potential 2-point baskets and then potential 3-point plays in the paint.
All those add up over a course of 48 minutes and then missed free throws on top of it. NBAtickets.com is the official source for all NBA tickets, even for sold-out games. Start your search now at NBAtickets.com, where tickets are always authentic and always available. 2 missed free throws by J.J. Hickson with the putback. Livingston against Foy. Turnaround jumper not there. And a loose ball foul. Well, we know the Warriors are trying to make it 15-0 if they can get it a win tonight. But let's take a look ahead to the next 5 games. Home for the Lakers on Tuesday and then a back-to-back Friday, Saturday.
Well, Phoenix is playing good basketball right now, and they got off to a slow start, but they've really pulled it together, and I like how they're playing. They'll be a formidable foe at that game at Phoenix.
Well, if this unbeaten streak continues, you saw the last 2 of that 5 both on the road. That's part of a 7-game road trip, largely on the East Coast. Foul, basket made. Barton will go to the line.
Now, Barton is really having a very nice season. He comes off the bench. He's the 3rd leading point scorer off the bench in the league. And he's averaging 14. He's doing a very nice job shooting a consistent 48. He can make the 3 ball. He can shoot it at a very high percentage in the 40s, and he's an excellent foul shooter.
Acquired from Portland in a trade at the deadline last year. And as you pointed out, pretty good offensive numbers. 14 points a game coming in today. Maybe he's found a home here.
Don't you think Golden State's up 15? You look
Feels
up
like
at
it.
6.
Yeah.
That's right.
Livingston. And a big rebound by Hickson.
There's an old saying in sports, don't throw the ball on the same plane. Whether you're a quarterback, you can't judge the distance of the guy that's running or how fast he's running.
Across many sports.
Yeah, that was a perfect example of that.
Barbosa travels as he looked to make his move to the top.
I want to tell you, Iguodala's upset, and he should be. Mainly, he posted up, and who was playing him from behind? Nelson, giving him about 6 to 7 inches, okay? He wanted the ball back. Instead, Barbosa went away from that. That's uncharacteristic of that team.
At 8 Eastern time. Right here, the Nuggets only down 6 points. Here are the numbers early.
You can see the field goal percentage. Now you say, what's keeping the Nuggets in the game? They're 9 for 13 on the line. They can get to the line. The second unit with Nelson and Barton, they've already scored 11 points since they come in.
Second unit for the Warriors, only 2 points in the quarter, but the steal from Barnes and the stuff from Iguodala.
How about the 3 blue shirts? It was even. There were 3 white shirts back. Boom, boom. All of a sudden, 3 blues are right there. Everyone running hard.
10th turnover against the Nuggets here in the first half. Make it 11.
Look at this. 4-on-1.
And Barbosa actually tried to take it himself, but it worked out as James Michael McAdoo able to finish on the backside.
Now you have to call a timeout, mainly because this. We can say, well, you know, it's all bad passing. Well, how about the fact that Golden State gets close to 10 steals a game? And this is just great movement here. And you're going to see over the top. That could have been a loose ball foul over the back.
Welcome back to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm from Denver. The 14-0 Golden State Warriors, a 10-point lead over the Nuggets. And every time Denver tries to get back a little closer, Hubie, points off turnovers killing them.
Well, the defense has been outstanding. That's why we told you they average right around 10 steals a game, and they lead the league in fast break points at 22. And they already have 12 tonight. This is just great defense, and it doesn't make a bit difference who's playing who. They give you trouble because of their length and their foot quickness, and then the fact that they switch and they play the passing lanes so well.
And last turnover you saw was from Jameer Nelson. 3 turnovers in the quarter, 4 for the game. He's on the bench. Moutier in at the point, and right now being guarded by the long Sean Livingston. Finds Hickson.
Nice. See, when they switch it, they got McAdoo in there right now. McAdoo is like their 11th or 12th player. Undrafted out of University of North Carolina, second year. You have to take him to school when he's in there because Hickson's established post-up guy.
And on the misses, one and dones off a Darrell Arthur rebound. Little give and go. And knocks it down.
See, that time the pass was a spot up rather than a roll. Not pick and roll, pick and spot up because they're double teaming and that spot up guy is easier to hit.
Denver's hit all 5 of its shots in the quarter. Nice job by Livingston to wait for Foy to go by.
I'm a big fan of Livingston ever since he came in the league. And the fact that he's made such a strong comeback. He's been in the league 11 years after the incredible injury to his knees. And he was a big contributor last year running that second unit.
Darrell Arthur flashing a 3.
Hey, see the second group here, they can match up with them. They can match the foot speed of the second group.
Meanwhile, Luke Walton is getting the starters ready to check in at the next dead ball, and Hickson will get called for the foul.
See, right away, one of the players said, what about at the other end? You see, that's, and if you were in this game and coaching, and that was happening to you, you would say that also.
Absolutely.
It would probably cost you a technical foul, but you would say it.
You can say it nicely.
Yeah, well, nicely doesn't count.
No.
Okay.
McAdoo at the line. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry getting set to check in. That was the first Golden State free throw of the game, Hubie. We're talking almost a quarter and a half.
They're giving McAdoo time here tonight. Spates hasn't played, and we all know that if you needed points in a hurry and you were down, Spates would be in there.
That time Hickson trying inside, couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, I like the move though. You know what happened? He couldn't play the board because he was in front of the rim.
There's Michael McAdoo. Right one off the side of the backboard, goes out of bounds.
That's good defense.
Denver Nugget team, you know, under Mike Malone, that's going to be his focus, is on the defensive front. And that's something they're certainly going to be working on. He said, you know, we're going to play a little more up-tempo than they played the last couple of years here, but I still want defense. It's in his DNA. Arthur feeling it. Wow, on the fade.
I'll tell you, Arthur's coming in here, and I remember when he played at Memphis. He did a very good job at Memphis. They loved him, the toughness. Plus, he's a great guy, and you like everything about him on and off the court. Plus, he can score for you. He's not afraid to shoot the ball.
4 for 4. You just saw 9 points. Denver's only down 4. James Michael McAdoo making his presence felt.
Well, Hickson got caught helping out. Hickson was back in the paint trying to help out that time. See, they do a good job. When you dribble in the corner, you're always trapped. There it is. All right, that's the 4th backdoor that they have scored now in this half.
Tried to find McAdoo, was cutting toward the lane, tossed it out of bounds.
Well, at the other end, I'm not counting how many backdoors because there's so many, I've lost count. Right?
Darrell Arthur is 4 for 4. Will Barton is 4 for 4.
Nice. They've come in and they're playing really, really strong on the glass, and they're moving with all of the movement that Golden State is showing them. They're actually cutting off the easy drives to the basket.
Denver Nuggets at 6 and 7. Moutier tried to reverse. Arthur was there. It's a clean look for Barton.
It's all right. I tell you earlier, the kid, he shoots it well, though.
Thompson got grabbed on his way by Arthur, and the foul will be called. Darrell Arthur will get called for that one.
I like the foul. The foul stopped the action, and it forced them to take it on the side because they're not in the penalty.
4th team foul in the quarter against Denver. As Luke Walton will go to his bench. He told us Ian Clark was going to get some run, the 3rd-year guard out of Belmont, and he's going to inbound here for Golden State.
Well, they're going to give him some time in place of Curry. Give Curry a little break.
Here's Thompson on the fade and gets the roll.
This guy, I'm telling you, for a number 2 guy, People forget, last year he averaged 21 points. Only 2 teams had 2 guys in the top 10, Cleveland and Golden State.
A little clunky there, but Arthur was able to recover and get down low, couldn't convert. That was a beautiful pass from Curry, but tipped away. In transition.
Nice.
Beautiful feed from Barton to Arthur.
I'll tell you, Barton and Arthur are playing great here. They're running hard, they're defending, they're rebounding, and they're making things happen with the offense.
Curry with the teardrop. He's got 9.
Well, it's interesting that they're playing Grant and Curry together here right now, and playing Thompson up at the small forward.
Good catch, Arthur. Nice move at the basket.
See, I know you kind of hesitate at the beginning when I said you can get to the basket on these guys.
That's right.
And as long as you continue to keep attacking the rim, don't settle for the long jumpers.
Arthur's got 13 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Averaging less than 4 points per game. But no Kenneth Faried tonight for Denver.
I'll tell you, see, that was a selfish move. Barton was wide open on the right-hand side of the floor, and Gallinari looked him off and kept going. Keep an eye on Arthur here right now. He's going to make a good move, swipe, give a ball fake, go strong to the rim. Anytime you get down inside here, Golden State, they rotate so hard that you can catch them, and then all of a sudden they'll go for the ball fake because they're coming from a distance.
Mudiay had a good shot, but Draymond Green will get called for the loose ball foul underneath for Golden State. That'll be his second foul, the 13th foul on the Warriors in the quarter.
Well, I like what we saw from Bogut in that first time out, because he was 4 for 5 and he had 4 rebounds. Did an excellent job.
Three-guard lineup, a little smaller lineup, and Emmanuel Mudiay finishing.
Well, he needed a field goal. That's his first field goal in this game. They've done a terrific job in trapping him and not letting him get to the rim off the dribble.
Steph Curry against Danilo Gallinari. Pass out tip by Barton, 5 to shoot. Thompson's got to make something happen. And he gets a foul with 1.7 on the shot clock.
My, oh my. My, oh my.
Mudiay will get called for the personal.
I can't say enough about this group that's out there for Denver. For the last 6-7 minutes, they're really playing hard, and they're getting excellent results.
Klay Thompson will go to the free throw line as the Denver team playing hard, only down 2. Thompson hits the first. December 4th, NBA Friday, presented by State Farm on ESPN. We've got the Clash of the Boroughs at 7 Eastern. The Nets will battle the Knicks at the Garden, then at 9:30. Head to the Bayou, and King James and the Cavs take on Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. Off the missed free throw, another opportunity for the Warriors, but couldn't cash in. Mudiay thought about the 3, calls for a side screen. Gallinari, look at that!
There you go! Now that was a great move. It was there because Bogut could not get there in time.
Gallinari with a lot more explosion this year. Knees are feeling as good as they have in years.
Can you believe this is a 1-point game?
Curry catch and shoot. Off the mark. Denver a chance to take the lead.
Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. How about the ball fake? He didn't give it up only because the defender took away the passing lane. But what a beautiful ball fake by Barton. Here's Gallinari going strong. See, Bogut didn't get over there in time. Great pass. Now, keep an eye right here. Watch the ball fake. Took the defender, made the move, laid it up soft.
Denver, the Golden State Warriors, after some history, 14-0 start. Record is 15-0, but they trailed Denver by 1, and Hubie Brown has been about the Denver transition.
Absolutely. They've done a terrific job turning him over. Barton with the short jumper here, and he's been the main catalyst, doing a terrific job. Then on the break, Good move from the corner. Now just watch this here. You got that ball fake, go strong to the rim. Now it's all been Barton and Arthur. Arthur has 13 right now, and Barton has 11 off the bench.
There you see Denver breaking down the quarters. 13 of 19 in the second quarter. Barton and Arthur in the game combined 11 of 13 from the field. Thompson drops down the triple.
Yeah, you can't go to sleep now. Denver's got to play strong 2 minutes. Strong 2 minutes.
That ended a 21-10 run. The Warriors had an 11-point lead earlier in the game. Gallinari also in double digits. Did not add to his total.
Oh, beautiful fight.
Crossover on Harris, flips it up. Just didn't get the roll, but he was able to get a hand on it, and the loose ball, Thompson came up with it and got fouled. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, the Warriors chasing history. More on that, and the Clippers' struggles continue today against the Toronto Raptors. All coming up. Cassidy Hubbarth, Brad Daugherty will have it from the studio in Los Angeles.
Well, there's no doubt about it. When they led Golden State by 23 at the half, they had them by 14 in the fourth quarter at home, and they got outscored in one time by 16-2 in that fourth quarter at home, and Golden State scored 39 points in that game in LA. Now I want to tell you, that was a hard loss for them.
Yes. Two incredible games so far head-to-head between the Clippers and the Warriors. Klay Thompson has the last 6 Warriors points. They got a 4-point lead. Gallinari against Harrison Barnes.
Bad shot.
Yeah, tried to pull up and missed.
See the switching now. We're back to a lot of these first group guys who are not handling the switching well, and they're ending up with a few seconds on the clock.
Barnes a wide open 3, and he hits.
Got to be careful now.
Mike Malone went back to Darrell Arthur trying to get some of that mojo back in, but he's going to call a timeout here. 22nd timeout. Try to stem the tide. Golden State back up 7. Back in Denver, let's look at that last basket for Golden State.
Yeah, you're going to see this is just a nice kick out, because once again, when they get in the paint, they have people who will make the pass. A lot of teams have scorers that will go in the paint and shoot the shot, but they will sacrifice and give a guy who is open a better shot.
Well, we talked at the Open. This is a team, Golden State Warriors. You just saw the balance in the scoring here in the first half.
Well, they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. They're very athletic, very unselfish. And then when they make the 3-ball, look at this.
Gallinari was mugged on his way down, nearly got the shot to go. Klay Thompson will get tagged with the personal.
See, he's frustrated right now because he doesn't have any points. And he's finding going to the basket, he's being double teamed every time because he's not quick with the ball. So they'll release and come and double team him, but he's determined to get the shot off. So he's going to try to bull them and split them to get to the rim. Well, up until that time, it's been to their advantage.
Gallinari perfect at the free throw line. Those 2 free throws ended an 8-0 Golden State run after Denver had taken a brief lead.
So let me tell you now, Gallinari shoots at 90% right now. I know the season's early, but it's still 90%.
2 of the best free throw shooters in the league as Thompson hits a 3. Gallinari and Curry, the 2 outstanding free throw shooters.
I'd like to see him get back to how he shot last year. He's down a little bit this year. Last year, he and Curry were 44 and 43% in the 3-ball.
Mudiay, the rookie, against Klay Thompson. Little step back, fade away. Good. Emmanuel Mudiay.
See, he's got to get in the middle of the floor. He's got to stop going to the corner because they force him to give the ball up by being trapped.
Mudiay, the number 7 pick in the June NBA draft. Highest pick since Carmelo Anthony was taken here in Denver back in 2003. Thompson, whoa, he is so good on the catch and shoot.
Now, how about the baseline movement? The baseline movement to free him up coming into the corner.
At the horn, Barton thought he was fouled. And we did get a foul call, the trail official. We had 2 different calls. There was none from Gediminas Tetritis. And then Leroy Richardson called a block, so might not be to half just yet. They can go to replay on this. We'll take a look as well.
The call on the floor is foul for expiration on number 11, Klay Thompson. There will not be a video review.
Well, he definitely gets bodied.
Yeah.
Now you say, I have both of my hands up in the air, but I'm moving and I bodied him right into his chest. So, in my opinion, that's a foul.
And if it's the opinion in Secaucus at the NBA Replay Center, we'll get 3 free throws coming here at the end of the half. As the officials look in, Golden State saw their 11-point lead wiped out, took a timeout, regathered, and Klay Thompson's been fabulous in the last couple of minutes.
Well, we said earlier in the picture, last year, Klay Thompson and Curry both scored over 21 points and were in the top 10. Irving and LeBron James were the only other team that had 2 guys in the top 10. And you want to emphasize the fact that he shot his threes at 43% last year. And for some reason this year, he's down to a big 39.
Right.
Okay. But we know that that's going to come.
There are standards.
That's right.
They did rule there were 0.3 on the clock, so Will Barton will get 3 free throws here.
I don't think there was anything about the fact he didn't get fouled. I mean, he might have got fouled twice.
Will Barton, one of 3 Nuggets in double figures here in the first half.
Barton out of Memphis is really doing a terrific job.
How about this? When Barton was a sophomore at Memphis, one of the assistant coaches was Luke Walton.
Luke Walton.
He's
that's
been
right.
around. Luke Walton doesn't know what it's like to lose a ball game yet.
See, I like with Barton with the second unit because he gets shot opportunities with that group, whereas if he was with the first group, he'd get less opportunities.
21 assists on 26 field goals for the Warriors, a 14-7 run to end the half, and Klay Thompson at 14 of the 19 last Warrior points. They've got the lead at halftime, trying to get to 15-0. Stay tuned for the Toyota halftime right after these messages. Welcome back to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm from Denver, Colorado. The unbeaten Golden State Warriors lead the Denver Nuggets 64-58. Plenty at stake tonight. Some history potentially in the offing. A win by the Warriors, they would tie the Rockets and the old Washington Capitals for a 15-0 start, the best ever in NBA history. We welcome you courtside to Denver with the Hall of Famer Hubie Brown. I'm Mark Kestisher. Warriors end up putting up 64 points on the board in the first half.
Well, they're doing what they do best. By that, they're making 8 threes. They're shooting 53%. Everyone's sharing the basketball. So that's their type of game. But their defense is lacking.
Let's take a look at how they did it in the first half.
Well, you're going to give Denver a lot of credit here right now. And right there, a nice lob pass. Now you get the steal. Now a strong move to the basket on the fast break. 11 points on the break. And then here, the 3-ball. The last 3 major baskets were threes, and you like all the baseline continuity are opened up guys for that behind the arc from the corners.
So if you're joining us late, Denver actually was down 11 points, but behind the second unit, they were able to get back and take a brief lead.
Come on, they took over the lead, 51-50, and you got to give that second group a ton of credit. Right here, that Nelson times this perfectly. The rotating guy coming back was late. Down inside, Hickson came in, supplied a little power below the foul line. Now this guy Barton just had a terrific half. Now he came in and scored 14 off the bench, but was really strong moving.
There you go. Look at the numbers. The lead scorers, Klay Thompson, 16 points. He had 3 3-pointers late in the half. Will Barton off the bench, 14 points to lead Denver. Let's check in with J.A. Adande.
I just spoke to Nuggets coach Mike Malone, and he was happy most of all with the fact they got to the free throw line so much, not only for the points that they scored, but because it allowed them to set their defense and slow down the Warriors at the other end. He's a little concerned about the lapses that they had, especially at the end of the second quarter, and he's concerned that Steph Curry is going to try to get the Warriors going in this half. Remember, he used to be an assistant coach of the Warriors. He knows how Curry operates.
Now you're right on it, AJ. Give him a lot of credit about that. 18 foul shot attempts. It's there for them.
Meanwhile, Golden State only went to the line 6 times in the first half. They had 4 3-pointers at the end of the half and a turnover to start the second half.
See, they can't make the pass to the roll guy. How many times do they have to steal the bounce pass? It's getting to be with this first group. That's the 13th turnover.
Here's a mismatch off the switch, and Curry makes Jokic pay.
Well, you see how he creates space. He's the best I've ever seen in creating space by himself.
And he had 2 chances that time because he had Moutier going under a screen right before that. He would have had a chance to get an open shot. Gary Harris really hasn't put a thumbprint on this game yet and misses there.
No, as if he's got Curry on him, he's got to take him, and he's got to take him strong. You can't be shooting off balance shots if you have Curry playing it.
This is a Denver team down 3 starters. No Kenneth Faried tonight, out with an ankle injury, taking on the unbeaten Warriors. They isolate. Curry on Gallinari. Deep 2 for Steph Curry.
See, now that's the ability to create space, and as you think you have him, the ball is already in the air as you start to elevate.
Gallinari taking it to the rim, and it's an offensive foul.
Now Curry's great ability is creating space. Now just watch. They switch. Now see. Now watch as he steps back, and he shoots it, whether it's off 1 foot or off 2 feet. Now just watch this. Now this is a 6'10" guy playing him. He thought he had him. No, because that ball was gone as Gallinari started to make his attempt to block the shot.
Curry missing on a 3. He's got 13 points, 7 assists. The Warriors have outscored Denver 18-7 since the Nuggets took that brief 51-50 lead, and the rookie Nikola Jokic answering.
Now that's the first time that they've been able to go down in that right corner and make that pass for a basket.
Denver down 8. A little behind the back from Green, turns it over, 2-on-2. Gallinari trying to get through 2 defenders and was fouled at the top.
Now I want to tell you something. See, if I'm Harris, I say something to him because I was wide open. I was in that left lane. Will you please give up the pass? You had 2 defenders on you. Give me the ball. I make an uncontested layup.
Hey, you're right. His scoring has been up this year, but his focus does get kind of singular as he's approaching that rim.
Oh, that's English major, is that right? I mean,
the blinkers are
singular. No, where is the peripheral vision?
There we go.
Because Harris was wide open on the left side, making a cut to the basket.
Got a blood delay. Gary Harris being attended to. Gary Harris, the second-year guard out of Michigan State.
See, watching these 2 teams play tonight, a major difference is the unselfishness of the break once you get across half court. Because at halftime, you brought out a great point. Golden State had 26 field goals, 20 assists already for 64 points. They're doing what they do.
It's impressive. First time these 2 teams met about 3 weeks ago. Golden State put 74 points up at halftime, and their assists were in the 20s at halftime against Denver. Just 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Moutier, the rookie, getting by Curry. Can he get by Bogut?
No, not a bad shot. I mean, come on, if you're going to do that, you have to put it off the glass.
Wide open Thompson. The Warriors made their last 4 threes at the end of the half. Thompson had 3 of them. Terrell Arthur picking up where he left off.
See, Arthur, you can see there's a veteran guy coming down. He understands. He made the cut to the basket so he could play the backboard.
Arthur with 15 points, leading scorer for the Denver Nuggets. Opened 5-4 on the season, but they've dropped 3 of 4, and Curry knocks down the quick catch and shoot 3.
Yeah, that was like a con. You know, they're going to the left side of the floor. The screen was at the top of the circle in the middle of the court.
Just like that, Golden State's rebuilt the lead to 9. Moutier trying to use a screen, uses it effectively. Can he hit the open jumper?
Well, he needed that. The fans needed it, and he needed it. Because that, right now, he's 3 for 8. I mean, 3 for 9. Big thing, though, is, come on, just take good shots.
Emmanuel Moutier from Arlington, Texas. Opted not to go to college, played a year professionally in China. Drafted by the Denver Nuggets. And when they traded Ty Lawson in the offseason, they gift-wrapped the starting point guard job for him.
Now, see, if Curry goes over the top, you've got to make a decision. You can't stop. You either got to get through or go over the top with him. Because as soon as the big guy sees him, he steps back wide open.
Pick your poison, right? There's a lot of poison to pick from.
That's right, because he shoots so quick.
There's Thompson.
Speaking of quick, Thompson for Golden State was the only player in double figures at halftime.
Nobody picking up Gary Harris.
Nice.
He read the commissioner's name on the ball as he shot it, and unfortunately he was on the line. 2 points. Denver hanging around. Defense getting a little lax here. We got a lot of open shots right now, and I'm pretty sure Mike Malone saw that and called time.
Well, we said early on, remember, they lead the league with 12 three-makes a game.
In Denver tonight, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors try to tie the NBA record for best start at 15-0. Had to rally down 23 Thursday night to beat the Clippers. Had a tough one at home against the Bulls the other night on Friday. And Denver giving them, was hanging in the ball game despite making a number of coverage mistakes. Out of the timeout, getting a baseline jumper, no good. Curry goes right around Arthur. Gallinari got in the way, knocked it out of bounds.
Well, if you're checking three-point shooting, they are 10 for 19 in the three ball. Green has made 3, Thompson 3, Curry 2.
Shooting over 50% for 3. You laid out all the #1 standings for this Golden State team. Points per game, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. Denver defense working hard here. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Golden State. Andrew Bogut. You just talked about the 3-point shooting.
Well, you can see where they're getting it. A lot of the stuff they run down on the baseline, you think that they're going to run a pick and roll at the top of the circle. And then all of a sudden, it's misdirection. Misdirection is where they catch you. They give up that first movement for the guy coming on the other side of the floor. And it's been open all night long. Plus, on the break, they are terrific in finding the free man.
Mike Malone telling us pregame as Moutier bags the jumper. He told us they really struggle covering the 3, and it's just mistakes that they keep making with a young team.
Yeah, well, also the guys in blue have a little bit to do with it. You know what I mean, their athleticism is off the charts. Plus, the screening is excellent, and then they're passing. You cannot keep overestimating how valuable the passing is.
Bogut had it poked away.
Oh, come on, give it up.
There's a foul at half court.
No, you're saying you're being a little hard on Gallinari, right? You're hard on guys at any level. Grammar school, high school, professional basketball. When there's a 3-on-1 and the 2 guys are out in front, will you please throw the ball to one of the guys that's open? Because otherwise they're going to stop running.
That goes many levels below this ultimate level here.
That's right.
Nice screen set by Jokic. Freed up Moutier, missed the jumper.
They got to get back now.
Golden State so quick. Barnes beating Gallinari.
Yeah, that was a very nice play. See, if Gallinari's going to foul him, he should have fouled him 10 feet away from the basket. Right? But Barnes, this is a guy, they run nothing for this guy. And I told you, coming in, he had 20 points in the Clipper game and 20 points in the Chicago game. And then here this evening, he has a very quiet 9. At 6'9", very strong, can defend. He can defend a couple of positions. He's an excellent three-point shooter for you because he shoots it at 36%. He's not going to force anything, and he's a blur on the break.
Barnes, the 3-point play. The foul on Gallinari was his 3rd, and it's back to a double-digit lead for Golden State. The rookie Moutier covered by Thompson.
So you go in that corner, nothing's good is going to happen.
Late shot clock, flat shot, but an offensive rebound and a fresh 24.
Nice.
Harris, the move, just didn't get it up high enough. They get another chance. And a 4th opportunity here.
Yeah, Harris is struggling. He thought he got hit. He's pleading his case to the baseline referee. But one thing is, he never stops hustling. There it is again. A lazy pass, and guess who got it?
Curry the steal, but the rookie going back down court with him, able to get a hand on the ball.
He had to fight him, and that's one of the very few times you see Curry take a bad shot.
That was a bad pass by Gallinari, and Arthur did a nice job just to get a hand on it, but he gets fouled. We'll get to the line.
Now keep an eye to the right. Here's the steal. Now watch what happens. You see, he ended up shooting left-handed, and usually when he does that, he's on the left side and he plays the glass extremely well. You know, we always say the true test of great shooters, since you put in the three-point line, can you shoot 50 from the floor? Can you shoot 40 from the line? And then 40 from three, and then 90 from the line. Well, he's at 51, 44, and 93 this year. But I always say, how many guys have done that? Well, only 8. All right, and Nash did it 4 times.
Wow.
Larry Bird did it twice, and the rest of the guys only did it once. And yet when they talk about great shooters, how come Nash and Bird aren't in the conversations?
That's a great point, and we put up a graphic earlier on Steph Curry with the 471 points. Out of bounds, Curry turnover to Denver. Not many guys have scored more than that through their first 14 games. Rick Barry and Michael Jordan, the only others over the last 50 years.
Well, believe me, Rick Barry was a scoring machine. For all the people who back, not only was he a great scorer in the league for years and years, but one of the best passing forwards in the history of basketball.
It's great to have him in Oakland during the finals last year. He was on the 75 championship team, and there to watch last year, 40 years later, the Warriors winning the title. 10 to shoot here. Denver again only down 8 points. Goes by Curry, who turned it over for the 4th time in the game. Moutier following up his own miss.
The poor guy, he's been running back and forth. He just hasn't had any shot opportunities.
The 19-year-old trying to fight through screens. Getting lost in the shuffle was Ezeli.
Nice play. Nice play. Nice play by Gallinari. They trapped the man, they allowed the guy to roll, and then they finally got the guy over there in position to take away the driving layup.
And Festus Ezeli got called with the charge, his 3rd. 4 turnovers last 5 possessions for the Golden State Warriors, leaving the window open just a bit here for the Nuggets. Moutier on Curry. There's the screen working at the top. A lot of offensive rebounding for Denver here in this quarter. That's 2 offensive boards.
Gee.
Still got away with a bad pass. Still loose on the floor.
This is going to be a video slice for bad passing.
Barnes blocked by Moutier out of bounds. An ugly sequence, Coach.
You never throw a blooper pass from one side of the lane to the other sideline out of bounds. Now, this is just a great defensive play by Moutier. You have to give him a ton of credit. All night long, he has been fighting back defensively, expending a ton of energy trying to stop the break.
Timeout in Denver.
With the 7th pick in the 2015 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay.
Some people felt Emmanuel Mudiay dropped all the way to number 7 to Denver.
Well, the fact that he went to China, he played at China, was somewhat successful. But then again, that's not the NBA. Now coming here, you know that he's had a lot to learn. But tonight he's 5 for 15 from the floor, and the fact that he has 7 assists, he's leading the team. But I want to bring out the point how well he is trying to defend against the open fast breaks that Golden State has time and time again.
We just saw Gallinari miss a technical free throw because Luke Walton, as we were going to break, just as we went to break, was unhappy with a no foul call and got teed up on the Golden State bench. Thompson catch and shoot, missing on the 3. Will Barton back in the game. He had a real good game for the second unit of the Warriors in the second quarter. Turns it over here though. Jameer Nelson trying to come back to defend, gets called with the foul. We'll get 2 shots coming for the Warriors.
There's an old saying in basketball, do not leave the feet to pass.
You don't know where it's going.
That's right, because when they cut it off, you are stranded. And what happened is it forced a turnover. That's one of the very few things that Barton has done incorrectly here tonight. Because once again, there they go, out on the break. And then this guy Barnes, if you notice, we're always talking about him being one of the 3 guys on the break.
That's right. One of the cogs in the wheel that makes the transition work so well.
He's so quick from end line to end line.
knocking down a couple of free throws. Golden State back up 8 points. Trying to get to 15-0. They've already matched the Celtics in the late 50s, who had come back off a title to open 14-0. The Warriors just the second team in defense of a title to win its first 14. Comes an open shot for Gary Harris. Another offensive rebound.
Oh, he got killed. Well, I like the action there. I like the action by the big fella. He was in there, Joric. He was in there banging away. Like we say, he doesn't get many passes in a post-up type of a situation. As a matter of fact, I can't think of two. But what happens is they try to get him on the rolls and on the pick and rolls, but Golden State's been taking that away. So everything he's doing is on the board, the offensive board.
This is Nikola Jokic out of Serbia, 20 years of age, was the 41st pick in the draft last year, got a 4-year deal this summer, but just missed 2 free throws.
Remember, their 2 best 7-footers are out. And then Farid, their best rebounder at 6'9" and scorer at the forward position, he's out. And then Chandler's out. The 4 guy. Oh, guess who? Now that was
stare down as well.
Dunk, yeah, along with it, right. Someone must have been talking to him.
I think that was directed at the rookie Jokic. Barnes has scored the last 7 for Golden State. Denver's been ice cold from the field. They've now missed 11 of their last 12 shots, and they're down 10. Ezeli, missed the dunk after Gallinari allowed that entry pass to get in. And it ends with a Curry triple.
See, Ezeli knew that they were going to make a 3. That's why he deliberately missed that. So they'd kick it out to Curry.
That's what he's going to tell Luke Walton. That's what he's going to tell his teammates after the game.
See, this weave against the first group has not been beneficial.
No.
It wasn't beneficial in the first quarter, and it's not beneficial in this quarter.
Let's take a look at the after effects of Harrison Barnes' dunk.
Yeah, this is just a nice move and a way to look for him. And he's not saying anything. He's just doing it with his action. Now, this is just a great move. And you see how quick that shot went off? All he did was give him the rocker step move, or the jab step, whatever you want to call it, and a jab step. And as soon as you take that half a step back, he's already on the way up in the air.
Curry's got 10 of his 19 here in this third quarter. And Golden State enjoying its largest lead of the game right now at 13. Golden State defense. A switching defense, Livingston on Gallinari. 13 of the last 14 Denver shots have not connected. Boy got a hand on it, but Iguodala drives and leaves for Ezeli. Who had 2 chances but couldn't connect. Here's Gallinari, 1 on 4, but bailed out by the foul.
Well, the fact that they got out, and maybe if he can hit a couple of foul shots here, get them off of this this period of time where they're really struggling.
This Denver team fell down double digits in the first quarter, had a good comeback in the second, but have struggled from the field to fall behind here in the third. Let's take a look at the upcoming NBA national TV schedule. Full slate of games across the NBA networks. NBA TV tomorrow night. Knicks are in Miami at 7:30 Eastern. TNT special edition Tuesday. If the Warriors win tonight, they could go for a record 16-0 start. They will play the Lakers after Boston in Atlanta at 8 Eastern time.
Now with Foy in there, along with Nelson, and then Gallinari playing the center position. Okay, they can match up here. They have Arthur on Ezeli.
And here we go. Ezeli facing up on Arthur. Nice move inside and gets contact. And Darrell Arthur will pick up the foul.
When you think that Ezeli missed an entire year with an operation, and then played a lot of basketball in the D-League back and forth with the team, and then give you the performance he gave during the playoffs, 20 games of major production, he did a terrific job.
Festus Ezeli really taking steps forward in his 4th year out of Vanderbilt. You know, we really haven't seen the true small 5-man lineup from Luke Walton tonight. That would be Curry, Thompson, Barnes, Iguodala, and Green. That's been a very effective small lineup tonight. He's done different variations of the small lineup here on the road.
Well, they like to talk about ending the game with that when they get to that 6-8 minute mark. And then they like to put in the statistics of what they do in the last 6 minutes, and that's the story. If you're going anywhere in this league at playoff time, it comes down to who's on the floor in the last 6 minutes and are you getting the primary shots for, and then most of all, can they score under pressure?
Here's Mudiay trying to create for himself, can't connect.
Can't gamble in the backcourt against these people.
Lob for the rim, Ezeli missing on the jam. Tried to time it, popped out. The other side, Arthur does finish.
Nice pass by Mudiay. Nice pass on the break, looking for Arthur.
Again, a 10-point game.
See, by being small, let's see, and they're switching anytime that they have small people outside.
Iguodala right over Jameer Nelson. They're going to look at it on replay at the next stoppage to see if it was a 2 or a 3. Nelson finds the cutter. Mudiay.
Nice, very nice. It's difficult when you're as small as Nelson is to get down in the paint there behind the backboard and pick people out if there's a lot of traffic.
Still about 4 seconds difference in the third quarter clock and the shot clock. And a foul off the ball.
Yeah, that was a deliberate foul.
Yep.
They deliberately fouled Ezeli to force Ezeli to go to the foul line. All right, and then that way they would get the last shot because Ezeli is a 56% foul shooter. But see, so is Iguodala, a 56% foul shooter, and that's rare when a guy is such a great three-point shooter.
That off-ball foul on Jameer Nelson. And there you go, Ezeli missing. Strategy work.
Now this is be good now if you can. If he misses this and you can score before this quarter ends.
Festus Ezeli 1 for 3 at the line. They put an extra point on the board for Golden State. They ruled a 3 on Iguodala. And here we go for the final 9 seconds of the third. Mudiay coming up short. Second to go. Three-quarter court heave. Well short. The Warriors with a very big third quarter led by Steph Curry, who had 10 of his 19 in the third quarter. Hitting from the baseline and getting a lot of help. The Warriors 12 minutes from 15-0.
Welcome back to Denver. Mike Malone, you predicted that Steph Curry flurry to start the third quarter. How were you able to get through that and stay within striking distance?
You know, Emmanuel had some good moments, being aggressive, attacking. But against this team, we can't keep beating ourselves. Too many turnovers, not closing out the shooters, and game plan discipline. So we got 12 more minutes. Our guys are playing hard. We just have to play a lot smarter.
You mentioned Emmanuel Mudiay. The first look at him on this network, what have you liked from your rookie so far tonight?
I love his attack mentality. You know, he's big, he's strong, he's not settling. Even though that last play, he settled for a contested jump shot. Get downhill, put pressure on the basket. They take that away and make a play for a teammate. But we need 12 more minutes here. We're going to need him to step up and make big plays.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Appreciate it.
Go back to Mark and Hubie.
All right, Jay, thanks a lot. And Leandro Barbosa knocking down a jumper. Biggest lead for the Warriors, just cleaning something up, Hubie. That Iguodala shot late in the third quarter was a three-pointer.
No, Mike Malone is right on the money. Everything that he said is true. What you want your rookie to do here, game by game, cut down on the turnovers, get in the painted area, get to the line, shoot high percentage shots, and then at the other end of the floor, do your job defensively. Close the people out.
Nice job on the closeout by Barbosa as he came at Foy on the other end. Shot over Foy goes down for Andre Iguodala.
See, that's smart basketball. Right away, as soon as they saw the mismatch, Iguodala takes Foy down inside. No way can he play him.
Jameer Nelson very much so showing the ropes to Mudiay. Gives it back against Maurice Spates, seeing for the first time. Fouls Mudiay underneath the basket.
Well, that's what Mike Malone was talking about. Go north-south. Keep going strong to the rim and then make something happen. Whether you make the score, whether you get fouled, or make the play in traffic. Now coming in, we know he's shy of like 5 turnovers a game. Tonight, you're looking at it and you're saying, hey, the turnovers aren't there. He only has 2. I know we still have a quarter to go. Just cut down on the turnovers and then shot selection. But we have to remember, he's 19.
Yep.
He has no idea who these guys are. He just has read about them, okay? All right, and the big thing is he's now playing them. Second time around, third time around, you'll get better and better.
He was probably Steph Curry on the video game playing that. Now he's got to go to him head-to-head here tonight. You saw Luke Walton in for Steve Kerr, who is still trying to come back from those 2 back surgeries. And the Warriors really have no idea when Steve will be ready to go. We certainly wish him well in his recovery. This is Ian Clark, who played here with Denver for a few games last year, coming in to give Steph Curry a little rest.
Yeah, they have a small unit in there right now with Livingston and Clark in the backcourt. Then Iguodala, they kept him on the floor with Spates at the center position, and then Barbosa. So he's given a lot of guys time tonight. I like that, what he did in the first half.
Barton getting down, getting the foul, and will go to the line.
See, one thing that Luke Walton is doing very quietly, you can see they're playing very strong. They're playing very hard all night long. They're taking and getting good open threes, making the 3-ball. But he's giving people a chance. Players 11 and 12, McAdoo and Grant in the first half, okay? Now, Spates and Grant. So all of a sudden now, at the end of the night, 13 guys got playing time here tonight.
Hey, you got a team in Luke Walton, 35 years of age. He was telling us how much he is enjoying this, coach. You know, you've been through the rigors of the NBA coaching. He said when you finish your playing days, you kind of always craving that competition. He's found that as a head coach.
Well, it's nice because also he's put in the time to learn how to coach. Now, people forget that he did Summer League stuff and then also D-League. And then the fact that he was at the University of Memphis as an assistant, he's put in the time.
And Phil Jackson, about 5 years ago, remember when Luke was injured, offered him, he said, if you want to come in and break down film and, hang with us and offer some advice, he took advantage of that as well.
I remember now, he did have 2 rings with the Lakers.
He did, 09 and 10.
And he played in the league for 10 years.
Got another one last year as an assistant coach.
That's right. So, he's played for good coaches.
For more on Luke Walton, let's check in with J.A. Adande.
One thing that's happened during this streak is that he's grown comfortable with his role. He was a little uncertain, sure, when he took over for Steve Kerr to start the season, but you can see the confidence. He kind of struts onto the court now, and by no means does he think he's responsible for the streak, but he feels like he's grown from it.
And he doesn't get credit for any of these wins. They all go to Steve Kerr, and right now, his team could be in position for 15-0. Welcome back to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm, where the Warriors lead the Nuggets. 9:09 to go, and after we wrap up here in Denver, stick around for SportsCenter at night. John Anderson and John Buccigross, the guys, going to break down what could be the Warriors' historic 15th straight win. Plus, they're going to wrap up all the action from Week 11 in the NFL today. Close out the weekend in sports with SportsCenter at night on ESPN and streaming live on Watch ESPN. The folks here in Denver, you'll be very happy with the Broncos, who survived the Chicago Bears earlier today.
Survived is the right word, okay?
2-point conversion later. Brock Osweiler getting the win. Meanwhile, the Denver Nuggets facing the best team in the NBA. Hung with them in the first half. And right now the Warriors trying to build on their lead here, and a tip. Didn't even have position, and Spates got it in.
Well, Spates is just a magnet to the ball, right? And you saw it in the playoffs last year. He's a guy that can sit around out there and not get any playing time. Now that had to be something. Now Spates just comes in. He loves to shoot. He loves to score. How about this? Up over the top of Barton. Barton was shocked. He thought that he was there all by himself.
How about that on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, but
Took
this
the
guy,
charge.
when he was in Philly, for a number of years, 7 years, he can score the ball. So they know that they have insurance. If Bogut goes down, you have Ezeli and Spates that can play that position, just like they did last year when Bogut went down, for a number of games.
Spates in his 8th year out of Florida, 3rd year with the Warriors, playing on the option year of his deal. And the bounce returned for Spates. He wasn't there, and then commits the foul as Gary Harris was running into the front court. Miscommunication between Spates and Livingston as they talk about it on their way back up court.
Well, it's difficult to sit for so long and then come into the game in the fourth quarter and be perfect. Okay, I mean that's and coaches, you know, we all have to always remember that. Okay, you can't expect a guy to.
Absolutely. Nuggets down 17, trying to load up Gallinari. Then to shoot with the smaller Barbosa all over him. That one nearly stuck on the rim.
See, they needed him to have a good night tonight. He's 3 for 13. They needed Heat to have a good night.
They needed to be perfect tonight. We heard Mike Malone say they needed a perfect fourth quarter.
Sure, absolutely. Because this is where they grind you out. And then if the game is close, you know they're going to go to that 5, the small ball, where they have such incredible confidence. And now everyone is giving that group of people different names. You know, so it's getting to be, hey, we can turn it on. We know that we can turn it on at any time. Well, they seem to be doing it.
It's good news, bad news. If you're a team that can keep it close,
that's right.
To the 5-minute mark, you know who's coming in.
That's right.
Moutier missing. Haven't seen a whole lot of Draymond Green. Great dish to Spates.
I just want to say something about Green. Anytime that you have a power forward who is 7th in the league in assists, Curry's not even mentioned, all right, in the top 10 guys. He's 7th at 6.9, almost 7 assists a game.
What a player
You're saying a lot.
He has turned himself into, averaging a 12, 8, and 7 coming up. If you extend that out to an entire season, if he could do that, you're talking Wilt Chamberlain. These are 6, 7, and above. Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson did it, LeBron's done it, and Grant Hill's done it as well. It's a little mini break for Denver. Moutier in and out. And Golden State will bring it the other way.
Right now, this group right now is, they're just taking their time.
Coming up to 6 minutes to go, the unbeaten Warriors. Livingston was trying to find Spates, turned it over. And there's a foul coming the other way with 6:15 to go.
Now, you've just witnessed something here in the last 3 minutes. Spates fouled. He made a bad pass. They fouled going on the fast break. And then right here, you just had another play where the foul was made. And that was just great. Now, this is a good team move. You knew that Spates was running in the lane. Consequently, they fill the lane. Unselfishness, I'm going to set you up.
That foul puts Golden State over the limit. No team fouls for Denver in this quarter. And here comes Klay Thompson into the game.
See, they do all the little things easily. Now, they stop 2 easy fast breaks by fouling in the backcourt, and nobody says anything about it.
Well, these Warriors are trying to get to 15-0. Are they as good as the 96 Bulls? We'll talk about that next. And we're talking about these Golden State Warriors and what an epic start, Hubie, they've had. How about the tail of the tape against the 72-win, 95-96 Chicago Bulls? There you see the big threesomes for both sides. Is it apples and oranges?
Well, first of all, the guys on the left have won 3 championships with that group.
Yep.
And they have 3 of the top defensive players in the history of the league who all made the first team all-defensive team 9 times, meaning Pippen, Jordan, and
Rodman.
All right, right now you have Golden State has won 1 championship. Now, they are the best in 1 year. I'm a believer in you have to do it a number of times before you start putting up against teams that have set a high standard. You have to do it more than 1 year. Now, we also know that since that time of basketball, we've taken away hand-checking and forearming on dribblers. So that's why the player of today is wide open versus the players of the 70s and 80s. The other factor is the hard foul. So in today's game, no hand-checking, no forearm, so people on the perimeter can go wherever they want to go, and they can get off shots. Then, when you get in the foul and you get into the lane, the hard foul is gone because thousands of dollars are now taken away from you, or you could be suspended, and we're talking about a lot of money. So the game is a different game.
It has changed over the last 20 years. But it'll be fun statistically to see how they measure up. Just we saw the tail of the tape there. They're already 2 games ahead of Chicago's pace. They got a chance tonight to etch their name in a little history as far as 15-0 is concerned. I don't know if 72 is the end-all be-all when you want to get ready for a postseason run, but we'll see what happens when we get down the line.
Well, all you do is you play the games, and that's how Luke Walton is coaching his team. You play one game at a time, and you keep your team fresh, and you use your substitutions. And let's face it, in those 2 games last week against the Clippers and Chicago, their minutes, the key guys' minutes were 36 to 38, 39. That's the first time they had to do that.
That was the 13th three-pointer of the night for the Golden State Warriors. They're 13 of 25. They got another run out, another basket. Timeout, Denver. Biggest lead of the night. The Golden State Warriors, 4 minutes, 45 seconds away from tying the record. Golden State Warriors chasing history. Their 14th win was on Friday night at home against Chicago. And right now they are 4:45 away from making it 15-0. And Hubie, when that clock finally does hit 0. I know the Oracle is crazy anyway as far as the atmosphere, how loud it is, the fans' passion, the great fan base. The Lakers are going to be there on Tuesday night. And 1 win away from being all alone in NBA history for the best start. It's going to be a little nutty.
I'm very happy for the players. I'm very happy for Steve Kerr and his coaching staff, and Luke Walton, who's doing an outstanding job. When we put up those stats at the beginning and said they're first in like 7 categories, every critical category. But the big one is differential. When you say you're winning games by 14.5, the best that's ever been done in the history of the league is 12.3 when you win a championship. Now, so we all know last year they had a 10-point differential. This year, 14.5. They're playing 4.5 points better. Now we'll see, can they keep this up as we go through 82 games? Will they get injuries to this first unit? Who knows? But right now, this is beautiful to watch. They're a wonderful group of players. They're incredibly athletic, and you're just happy for them because they play so hard, and you can see they enjoy playing with one another, which is key.
On top of it all, as Harris knocks down the triple, and right now they're looking at widening that gap as far as the differential, points scored and points allowed. 18-point lead with 3:35 to go. Thompson trying to back down the smaller Harris. Shot clock's at 3. Draymond Green says, I gotta let one fly. Warriors were not in need of that small, outstanding lineup. Great no-look pass by Gallinari that time to the rookie Jokic.
Yeah, that was nice. And that's the first time we've seen him actually get a pass where he could score within 1 bounce.
It's a work in progress here in year 1 under Mike Malone here in Denver. And very much a, let's say, work complete, but off their first championship and looking for a repeat. This will be a deep 2 if it goes, and it is.
Well, I think we said here about Mike Malone, he's playing without 4 of his key players. 4 starters you're talking about. Guys that are really going to make it happen for you. Well, unfortunately, you got to coach and play the games. And no one's sorry for you except your family at nighttime when you're having dinner. Okay? You're supposed to get it done, or hopefully that will happen.
Gallinari have a chance at a 3-point play. We got a timeout here in Denver. In Denver, the Warriors trying to get to 15-0. We started atop the broadcast, Hubie, that it's a team effort. It has been that through 4 quarters.
Well, there's no doubt about it. They emphasize it every single night. The 3-ball has been their bread and butter. They lead the league at 12. Tonight they have 13. Now look at their points right now. They are number 1 in every one of those left-hand column. Tonight, 110, not bad. 52, 50, I would say pretty good. How about 32 assists? Fast break points, 25. And once again, the differential is 16 over the 14. So you're seeing them at their best. And I like what we said about what Luka's doing. He's played 13 guys tonight. And for a while there, he allowed Barbosa and Livingston to stay out with 3 of his key guys to get in that practice. And that's what you're always trying to do when you're up by a lot of points at the end.
You're always looking down the road.
You're always looking down the road when you have a team of this caliber. And I'm happy for them. And I know the place on Tuesday night will be absolute bedlam. And it should.
And then they head to Phoenix after that. They'll have a back-to-back before a 7-game East Coast road trip. I've heard some people float out there as Green takes the feed and throws it down. And a technical for hanging on the rim. Danny Crawford doesn't want to hear the argument.
Yeah, now this is just a great pick and roll. And then the roll man goes by hanging. That was an easy call. Now, let's face it. They don't want you hanging, okay? Because you can not only tear it down, but you can take it off of its ground basis. You can take it off the anchor there.
Here's the next 5 games. We told you Tuesday at home for a potential historic 16-0 start, then 3 of the next 4 on the road. And actually, the Utah-Charlotte, those 2 at the end, that's the start of that 7-game road East Coast trip. And a foul up top.
See, we don't need that. Okay, right now, see, Green is a little hot because of taking away the field goal. And that, you didn't need that. You need that little skirmish there. Green is having a sensational season.
As we told you, averaging 12, 8, and 7 in the early going. As the Warriors try to get to 15-0. And a reminder, TNT Special Edition Tuesday. You can watch the Warriors try for that 16th consecutive win to start the season, which would break the NBA record for most consecutive wins. It's game 2 of the doubleheader. Lakers at Golden State following Boston in Atlanta at 8 Eastern.
Let's talk about this again. They have 4 guys who make plays. Curry, and then also we know that on that first group, Thompson. They can make the plays. Then we also know on that second group where you have Iguodala, all right, and then all of a sudden, I'm sorry, you had Green on the first group, and then on that second group you have Iguodala and Livingston. So it's just beautiful to watch because they have playmakers out there all the time.
Barnes hits the 3. They're up to 115 points. It is Golden State, and there's a pretty significant drop-off, right? I know the Spurs are still trying to work in LaMarcus Aldridge. The West hasn't been as dominant as we thought it would be, at least only through 15 games of the season. And in the East, you got Cleveland at the top and working your way down.
We're not even near a quarter of a way there.
Too early for the precincts?
Why you got to say now, how many teams did you play over 500? Well, give Golden State a lot of credit. They're 7-0 against those teams.
On the other end, the rookie, Nikola Jokic. Get a chance at a 3-point play. With 1:25 to go, the record 15-0 start. Pair of teams, the 1948 Washington Capitals, the 93-94 Houston Rockets. Red Auerbach coached.
That's right.
In Washington, the Capitals. Did you know that streak began the day of that famous Chicago Tribune headline, Dewey defeats Truman?
How about that?
That's when the streak started on November the 3rd. Capitals leading scorers, Bones McKinney. We did some deep research on this here.
Hey, wait a second now. Out on the West Coast now, 2 key guys on that team were Bob Ferret.
Yep.
And then also Fred Scolari. I mean, they're 2 great college players who played in the pros. Now, because we're talking way back now, we're way back.
And the streak ended, by the way, a road loss in Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Jets.
Yeah, but how about they got to the finals? They got to the finals and lost in the finals to George Mikan.
Wow.
And the Minneapolis Lakers.
That's right.
How about that one?
Nice move by Will Barton. And the other team that started 15-0, the Houston Rockets, they won the championship. That was Rudy Tomjanovich, Hakeem Olajuwon. And that streak ended, well, they got blistered in Atlanta to the Hawks, 133 to 111.
Well, they're struggling right now. And it's their best shooters are not shooting well. They're giving up tons of points. The defense is not even close to what it was in the previous years. And there's no doubt about it, it's not working out. And then Howard is not available every night. And even when he is, there was a series of 2 games there in one stretch where he didn't get more than 5 shots.
21 seconds left on the clock here in Denver. Golden State, an impressive third quarter by that man, Steph Curry. First game under 20. Only played 27 minutes tonight. That's all he really needed to do. His arms up in celebration. They are embracing this record, embracing tying the record. And on Tuesday night, you know they're going to embrace a chance to be the only team to open 16-0. The Golden State Warriors, in defense of their championship, have tied the NBA record. 15-0 to open the season. Well, it's an impressive feat. You know, they have much bigger things that they've got down the line. But after their win over the Clippers, the big comeback win on Thursday night, they said we're going after it, beat Chicago on Friday, come here to Denver. Steph Curry now at this point in his career starting to leave the words of wisdom to some of the younger players. Denver team dropping to 6-8 on the season. Losing 4 of the last 5. Emmanuel Mudiay is second crack to play. It's Steph Curry. 15-0 for Steph Curry and the Warriors. Let's toss it down to J.A. Adande.
Well, Steph, you've reached the top of the mountain. What does this accomplishment mean to you?